Welcome to today's Bible quiz. We're exploring the incredible life and journey of King Solomon. From his humble beginnings as David's son to his construction of the magnificent temple of God, Solomon's reign was marked by both divine favor and personal struggles. How well do you know his rise, rule, and lessons learned? Get ready for 25 challenging questions that will test your knowledge and deepen your understanding of this legendary king. Before we dive in, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you don't miss out. We love to hear how you did. Leave your scores and thoughts in the comments. Let's begin. Question 1. Who was Solomon's father? A. Saul. B. David. C. Samuel. D. Jesse. The answer is B. David. Then David comforted his wife Bathsheba, and he went to her and made love to her. She gave birth to a son, and they named him Solomon. 2 Samuel 12:24. Question 2. Who was Solomon's mother? A. Abigail. B. Michal. C. Bathsheba. D. Rahab. The answer is C. Bathsheba. Then David comforted his wife Bathsheba, and he went to her and made love to her. She gave birth to a son, and they named him Solomon. The Lord loved him. 2 Samuel 12:24. Question 3. Which of Solomon's brothers tried to take the throne before him? A. Amnon. B. Absalom. C. Adonijah. D. Nathan. The answer is C. Adonijah. Now Adonijah, whose mother was Haggith, put himself forward and said, "I will be king." So he got chariots and horses ready, with 50 men to run ahead of him. His father had never rebuked him by asking, "Why do you behave as you do?" He was also very handsome and was born next after Absalom. Adonijah conferred with Joab, son of Zeruiah, and with Abiathar the priest, and they gave him their support. 1 Kings 1:5-7. Question 4. Who anointed Solomon as king of Israel? A. Nathan the prophet. B. Zadok the priest. C. David himself. D. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above. Zadok the priest took the horn of oil from the sacred tent and anointed Solomon. Then they sounded the trumpet, and all the people shouted, "Long live King Solomon!" 1 Kings 1:39. Question 5. What special gift did Solomon ask from God when he became king? A. Wealth. B. Power. C. Wisdom. D. Long life. The answer is C. Wisdom. At Gibeon, the Lord appeared to Solomon during the night in a dream, and God said, "Ask for whatever you want me to give you." 1 Kings 3:5. Question 6. What famous event demonstrated Solomon's wisdom? A. Deciding between two women who claimed to be a baby's mother. B. Building the walls of Jerusalem. C. Writing new laws for Israel. D. Defeating a foreign king. The answer is A. Deciding between two women who claimed to be a baby's mother. Then the king said, "Bring me a sword." So they brought a sword for the king. He then gave an order. Cut the living child in two, and give half to one and half to the other. The woman whose son was alive was deeply moved out of love for her son and said to the king, "Please, my lord, give her the living baby, don't kill him." But the other said, "Neither I nor you shall have him. Cut him in two." 1 Kings 3:24-26. Question 7. How did Solomon propose to solve the dispute between the two mothers? A. By calling witnesses. B. By asking God for a sign. C. By suggesting the baby be cut in half. D. By ordering a trial. The answer is C. By suggesting the baby be cut in half. He then gave an order. Cut the living child in two and give half to one and half to the other. 1 Kings 3:25. Question 8. What was Solomon's greatest building project? A. The Temple in Jerusalem. B. The Great Wall of Israel. C. The Tower of Babel. D. A palace in Egypt. The answer is A. The Temple in Jerusalem. In the 480th year after the Israelites came out of Egypt, in the 4th year of Solomon's reign over Israel, in the month of Ziv, the 2nd month, he began to build the temple of the Lord. 1 Kings 6:1. Question 9. How long did it take Solomon to build the temple? A. 3 years. B. 7 years. C. 10 years. D. 20 years. The answer is B. 7 years. In the 11th year in the month of Bul, the 8th month, the temple was finished in all its details according to its specifications. He had spent 7 years building it. 1 Kings 6:38. Question 10. Who helped provide materials for Solomon's temple? A. Pharaoh of Egypt. B. King Hiram of Tyre. C. The Philistines. D. The Babylonians. The answer is B. King Hiram of Tyre. I have received the message you sent me and will do all you want in providing the cedar and juniper logs. 1 Kings 5:8. Question 11. What was placed inside the most holy place of the temple? A. The Ark of the Covenant. B. The golden calf. C. The 10 Commandments on the wall. D. A statue of Solomon. The answer is A. The Ark of the Covenant. The priests then brought the Ark of the Lord's Covenant to its place in the inner sanctuary of the temple, the most holy place, and put it beneath the wings of the cherubim. 1 Kings 8:6. Question 12. What queen visited Solomon to test his wisdom? A. Queen of Persia. B. Queen of Sheba. C. Queen of Egypt. D. Queen of Babylon. The answer is B. Queen of Sheba. When the Queen of Sheba heard about the fame of Solomon and his relationship to the Lord, she came to test Solomon with hard questions. 1 Kings 10:1. Question 13. What did Solomon trade with other nations? A. Gold and silver. B. Horses and chariots. C. Spices and fine linen. D. All of the above. The answer is D. All of the above. Solomon accumulated chariots and horses. He had 1,400 chariots and 12,000 horses, which he kept in the chariot cities, and also with him in Jerusalem. The king made silver as common in Jerusalem as stones, and cedar as plentiful as sycamore fig trees in the foothills. Solomon's horses were imported from Egypt and from Kuwait. The royal merchants purchased them from Kuwait at the current price, 1 Kings 10:26 through 28. Question 14. How many wives did Solomon have? A. 100, B. 300, C. 500, D. 700. The answer is D. 700. He had 700 wives of royal birth and 300 concubines, and his wives led him astray. 1 Kings 11:3. Question 15. What did Solomon do that led to his downfall? A. He stopped worshipping at the temple. B. He married many foreign women who led him into idolatry. C. He failed to complete the construction of Jerusalem's walls. D. He refused to listen to the prophets. Answer. B. He married many foreign women who led him into idolatry. As Solomon grew old, his wives turned his heart after other gods, and his heart was not fully devoted to the Lord his God, as the heart of David, his father, had been. 1 Kings 11:4. Question 16. What caused Solomon to turn away from God? A. His wealth. B. His foreign wives leading him into idolatry. C. His political enemies. D. His failing health. The answer is B. His foreign wives leading him into idolatry. As Solomon grew old, his wives turned his heart after other gods, and his heart was not fully devoted to the Lord his God, as the heart of David his father had been. 1 Kings 11:4. Question 17. What gods did Solomon's wives lead him to worship? A. Baal and Asherah. B. Molech and Chemosh. C. Dagon and Ra. D. Zeus and Hermes. The answer is B. Molech and Chemosh. He followed Ashtoreth, the goddess of the Sidonians, and Molech, the detestable god of the Ammonites. So Solomon did evil in the eyes of the Lord. He did not follow the Lord completely, as David his father had done. 1 Kings 11:5 through 6. Question 18. Which prophet told Solomon that his kingdom would be divided? A. Nathan. B. Ahijah. C. Elijah. D. Elisha. The answer is B. Ahijah. Then he said to Jeroboam, Take 10 pieces for yourself, for this is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. See, I am going to tear the kingdom out of Solomon's hand and give you 10 tribes. 1 Kings 11:31. Question 19. Which books of the Bible are traditionally attributed to Solomon? A. Psalms, Isaiah, Ezekiel. B. Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon. C. Judges, Ruth, 1 Kings. D. Daniel, Lamentations, Malachi. The answer is B. Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, Song of Solomon. Question 20. What is the main theme of Ecclesiastes? A. The meaninglessness of life without God. B. The history of Israel. C. The laws of Moses. D. The destruction of Jerusalem. The answer is A. The meaninglessness of life without God. Meaningless, meaningless, says the teacher. Utterly meaningless, everything is meaningless. Ecclesiastes 1:2. Question 21. What phrase is frequently repeated in Ecclesiastes? A. God is love. B. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. C. The Lord is my shepherd. D. Fear not. The answer is B. Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. Question 22. How long did Solomon reign as king? A. 20 years. B. 30 years. C. 40 years. D. 50 years. The answer is C. 40 years. Solomon reigned in Jerusalem over all Israel for 40 years. 1 Kings 11:42. Question 23. What consequence did God declare because of Solomon's disobedience? A. Solomon would be dethroned immediately. B. His kingdom would be divided after his death. C. His family would be removed from power completely. D. Israel would be taken into exile during his reign. The answer is B. His kingdom would be divided after his death. So the Lord said to Solomon, "Since this is your attitude, and you have not kept my covenant and my decrees, which I commanded you, I will most certainly tear the kingdom away from you and give it to one of your subordinates." 1 Kings 11:11. Question 24. Which king ruled after Solomon's death? A. Rehoboam. B. Jeroboam. C. Abijah. D. Asa. The answer is A. Rehoboam. Then Solomon rested with his ancestors and was buried in the city of David, his father, and Rehoboam his son succeeded him as king. 1 Kings 11:43. Question 25. Where was Solomon buried? A. The temple in Jerusalem. B. The cave of Machpelah. C. The city of David. D. Mount Moriah. The answer is C. The city of David. Then he rested with his ancestors and was buried in the city of David his father, and Rehoboam his son succeeded him as king. 1 Kings 11:43. That wraps up today's quiz on the life and journey of Solomon. How did you do? Whether you got every answer right or learned something new, the key takeaway is the wisdom and lessons Solomon's story teaches us about seeking God, making wise choices, and staying faithful. Don't forget to like, share, and comment your score below. Keep studying God's Word, and we'll see you next time for another exciting Bible quiz. Stay blessed.